to Billy Bush in studio with a personal hero of mine, a great American athlete. And by the way, Apolo Ohno, is it true that if you win one more medal in Vancouver, you're the winningest winter athlete? U.S. or worldwide?
In the U.S.
In the U.S.
In the U.S., yes. Right now, well, here's the situation, okay? Eric Heiden in 1980 won 5 Olympic gold medals in the same Olympic Games. He won all the distances you can win in the long track speed skating. Now, I only have 5 medals total. They're not all gold. But if I do win one more medal, I'll be the most decorated Winter Olympic athlete in terms of medal count, which is...
Now, are you one of those guys who'd be like, wow, that's so awesome, I'm the most decorated? Or do you say, yeah, but he had 5 golds. I got to keep going.
He did have 5 golds, and what he did was pretty amazing. Nobody will ever be able to top that feat. But, hey, if they're mentioning me in the same line, then I'll take it.
How old was he when he did it?
I think he was 21. I think he was like, no, 19 or 21. 20, I'm not sure.
How old are you now? You're 27, right?
27. Yeah. You saw my
Isn't
walker.
that crazy, though? But when you like seeing Brett Favre, like 6-0 for the Minnesota Vikings at 40 years old, I mean, but you know, it's why are our bodies made this way? 27 is a young man. You can
Very
do
young.
this at 31. You can do this again.
Very young. But I've been doing this for a long time, too. You know, I made my first team, my first world team when I was 14 years old. So this is not my first rodeo, per se. This is my 3rd Olympic Games.
Yep.
And, you know, training for short track speed skating it's unlike any other sport. Like, we have to do, it's just so intense. Like, a 12-hour day of training is not something out of the ordinary. Like, that is something that's reoccurring all the time. You know, like, I wish I had 36 hours a day. If you have a pill for that, let me know.
Yeah, right. But Dancing with the Stars, when you won that, I mean, by comparison, is nothing compared to the training you go through
Nothing.
for short track,
you know,
right?
I think probably the #1 question or the 2 top questions I get are, what's harder, dancing or skating? And the second one is, did you date Julianne? Okay, so the first one, yeah. So the first one, you know, I mean, being on the show was hard, very difficult. I was totally out of my element, doing things that I normally wasn't used to. But compared to training for an Olympic sport, totally different. I mean, when you dedicate something like 4 years of your life for essentially 45 seconds of trying to be perfect, it's things get a little hairy.
In the way you feel right now, Apollo, is this the last Olympic Games for you?
It's hard to say. I mean, I'm definitely leaning towards that route. You know, a little bit about my history is, you know, I grew up in Seattle. I learned how to speed skate in Vancouver, BC.
Took you 2 years.
Took me 2 years. Yeah, not a long time.
That's unbelievable. It's
Yeah.
like deciding you're going to go play golf, and then 2 years later, you know,
Yeah.
being scratched.
Quick, very quick.
That's incredible.
I took it on very fast. You know, I used to. So my father used to drive me to Vancouver, BC, back and forth from Seattle. That's where I learned how to speed skate. My first Olympic experience was in Salt Lake City in 2002. That was, like, I guess, my breakout of my career. Now, towards the end of my career, I've moved back to Salt Lake City to train, and I'm kind of finishing my career in Vancouver. So, hopefully, you know, that coming full circle, I hope there's definitely some symbolism there. I don't know if it means I'm going to win. I don't know if it means I'm going to lose. But I'm going to go there and I'm going to put up a good fight. So it's going to be exciting. Very exciting.
Can I convince your father, who's standing over here, to grab that second microphone right there?
I think so.
Please.
He's shaking his head.
Come on,
He's
Mr.
shaking his
Ohno.
head.
I wanted just a couple
Just a
words
couple questions,
about
Ed. Just a couple
raising.
questions. Right here. Right here.
Okay, you can take it in your hand like a lounge singer. Your father, who's joining us on the mic right now, took you. What are you writing down?
Yuki.
Yuki.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yuki?
Doesn't it mean snow? No.
No.
There was some other meaning, but mine is snow is correct, but mine is particularly luck.
Luck. Well, doesn't that say it all?
That's good.
How did you know? Did you decide that you wanted to become a speed skater, or did your father say, "I've got a sport for you. I think you're going to be good at"?
We both.
Yeah.
We were watching the Winter Olympic TV coverage, and we both click. This is he and I want to see.
But it wasn't smooth sailing, right? So initially I was doing it for fun. Then obviously I started to grasp the sport. I started to do better. I was recognized by some top ranking coaches in the United States. They invited me out to upstate New York to train. I was 14 years old at the time. My father, was really pushing me to go. Me, I was a very rebellious kid. Okay, he said black, I said white. He said red, I said blue. Like always, constantly. So we always
He's remembering.
yeah, we
Look
were
at his
always
face. He's-
butting heads. It got really intense, and basically he said, Apollo, you have an opportunity here to pursue something that the top 1% of all 1%ers in the United States don't have a chance to do. This is, you don't see it now, but this is something that's special for you. Me being the very smart and arrogant 14-year-old, I thought I knew it all. I was like, Dad, I just want to stay out and hang out with my friends and barbecue in the summer. I don't want to go to New York. So he basically forced me to go. He took me to the airport, said, Apollo, you're going to go. Good luck. Okay, so he drove off. I called my friend from the airport. Okay, and I said, hey, Eddie, can you come pick me up? I'm at SeaTac. I'm supposed to go to New York, but I think we should just hang out for the next couple months anyway. So my buddy picked me up from the airport. I never actually ended up going to New York. Right, yeah, crazy, right? So my father gets a phone call from the coach in New York, and he says, hi, Mr. Ohno, this is Pat Wetland. Just kind of curious, if you're planning on sending Apollo out here anytime soon. And my dad's like, what the hell are you talking about? I sent him out there about 2 weeks ago. I just haven't heard from the damn kid,
Holy mackerel! Did you kill him? Well, he's clearly here, but how did it work out?
Well, the second time, that time I definitely went with him, practically rope around his neck.
So the next time, I didn't know.
What were you doing? Hiding out at old Eddie's house?
I was just bouncing from friends to friends' houses. That's essentially what I was doing.
He was that rebellious. That's a naughty boy.
Well,
Where was the turning point? When you look back, obviously you had some tough times with your father, and you rebelled against him, and he was pushing you the way. Are you grateful to the pressure that he put on you at this point, given where you are today?
Absolutely. I mean, not only for his support in pushing me and always being supportive of sport and dedicating myself to it, but what the sport has shown me in return has been, and what the Olympic experience has shown me in return has been life-altering, to say the least.